Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Ocean of Medical Literature. In this video, we will see about the heart external features in detail. Okay, if you not watched my first video, introduction of the heart and what are the some points of the external feature, just go in the description box and watch my first video. Okay, in that video, we will see about the heart external features on diagram. Okay, in that video we will see about the borders. Okay, in the detail, what are the border, what are the where it's present actually, and what are the surrounding organs, any structure is present, we'll see in the detail one by one. So first we will start with the borders. First point of the external feature, borders. I already told you there are the four border present on heart. So first border which is called known as upper border. Upper border. Okay. Now I will show you where is the exactly upper border is present. Okay. Just pay attention here. It is a structure of heart. Okay. In that we already know this is a aorta, this is a superior vena cava, this is the inferior vena cava, right atrium, left auricle, left ventricle and right ventricle. Okay, this is the apex. I already told you what is the apex. Okay, this is the apex of heart and this is the structure of heart. In that we will see about where is the actual upper border is present. Okay, so upper border is slightly oblique. Okay, it is slightly obliquely and curved shape and it is formed by the two atria. Okay, and it's just little bit chief part of the left atrium. Okay, so I will show you. Upper means upside. This is the upper border. Okay, if you see, this is the upper border of the heart. Okay, which is not visible if you see the actual structure of the heart, but we have to imagine this is the upper border of the heart. Just pay attention here. This is the upper border. Okay, I am putting my hand like that. This is the upper border of the heart, which is maximally formed by two atria. Okay, right atrium and left auricle. Okay, so maximum part in that is the right atrium. Okay, if you see, you can see also the 2/3 part of the upper border is formed by the right atrium and 1/3 part of the upper border is formed by the left auricle. But maximum part in the upper border is right auricle. Okay, then we will see about the next border, that is a right border. Okay, so we are see about the right border. Okay, we already dealt with the upper border. The second border is the right border. Okay, this is the heart, structure of the heart, and this is the right side of the heart. You can see this is the right side of the heart. In right side you can see easily what are the structure is present, that is the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and the right atrium. So you also write in the examination the right border is formed from superior vena cava to inferior vena cava and its containing part, that is a superior vena cava, right atrium and inferior vena cava. These three structure form together the right border of the heart. So that is a right border, upper border. The third one border is the inferior border. Okay, inferior border. It is a third border. Inferior means downside. Okay, below. That is called as the inferior border. In the inferior border, pay attention here. This is the inferior border. Okay, I am highlighting this portion, that is the inferior border. Okay, so inferior border is totally formed by right ventricle. Okay, it is totally formed by the right ventricle and you can say like that, inferior border, it is started from inferior vena cava to apex of heart of left ventricle. Okay, apex of heart is formed by left ventricle. So from inferior vena cava to the apex of heart, the structure is formed. It's called as the inferior border of the heart. And inferior border of the heart, it's slightly downwards and going backwards. Okay, if you see the actual structure of the heart, Okay, so the inferior border is slightly going down and backward. Okay, so that is the inferior border, which is the third border of the heart. Now the last border of the heart is left border. Okay, B standard border. We don't have a space, that's why I'm just write the B. Okay, so left border. Okay, just pay attention here. That is a left border. Okay, of the heart. Left border of the heart is obliquely. Okay, just imagine this is the marker I am putting here. That is the oblique structure is formed. Okay, obliquely and slightly curved structure is formed. So that is called as the left border of the heart. Its maximum formed by the left ventricle of the heart and just little bit structure of the left auricle. Okay, the auricle and atrium both are the different, student, don't be confused. Okay, both meaning are different, auricle and the atrium. So just keep in your minds. So left border is formed by left ventricle maximum part and just little bit slightly part of the left auricle. So maximum part of the left border is formed by the left ventricle. So we already see about the 4 types of the border: upper border, right border, inferior border and left border. So there are the 4 types of border. Okay, so we already done with the borders of the heart. Now move to the second point, that is the surfaces. Okay, we are dealing with the surfaces of the heart. So I already told you there are the 3 surfaces of heart. Okay, so first surface of the heart is the anterior surface. Okay, anterior or oblique, it's also called as an sternocostal surface. Okay, anterior, which is the front of the heart. Pay attention here. This is the structure of the heart and this is known as, means it is the front of the heart, it is known as the anterior surface. Okay, anterior or also known as sternocostal surfaces. I already told you in front of the heart there is a sternum bone and costal cartilages. So that's why it's called as a sternocostal surface and anterior surface. So anterior surface is maximum part of the heart formed by right atrium and right ventricle. Okay, you can also say that is a 90% part of the anterior surface is formed by right atrium and right ventricle, and just little bit 2% of the part is formed by left auricle and left ventricle. And this is a right atrium is fully covered in the anterior surface. Actually, whenever you will see the actual structure of the heart, so the right atrium is totally covered by the aorta. Okay, because in front of the right atrium, that is the aorta is present, pulmonary trunk is present. So that's why the right atrium is totally covered by the aorta. So and the whole anterior surface, means mostly of the surface, is covered by the lungs, because heart is enclosed in the pericardial sac, which is present in the mediastinum. So heart is in front of the heart, that is a maximum part of the lungs on anterior surface. So you can say the maximum portion of the heart is hid by the lungs, and right atrium is also hid by the aorta and pulmonary trunk, and 98% of the anterior surface is formed by right atrium, right ventricle, and 2% of the surface is formed by the left ventricle and left auricle. Okay, that is about the anterior surface. So we already see about the anterior and sternocostal surface. Now the second point and the second surface of the heart is inferior surface, means downward of the downside. Okay, downward, below of the heart, it's known as the inferior surface, or it is also known as the diaphragmatic surface. Why it is called as a diaphragmatic surface? Because diaphragm is present below the, that's why it's known as a diaphragmatic surfaces. And what are the content in that surface? What are the relation to that surfaces? So there is a first is known as the diaphragm is present. So first is the diaphragm. Second one is the central tendon. Central tendon of the diaphragm muscle is present. Okay, so pay attention here. That is the inferior border. Just continuation, go backwards. There is a inferior surface is present. Okay, I will show you when I will draw the next diagram of the heart, which is from the inferior side. So I will you can easily observe there is an inferior surface. In that, the maximum part, okay, maximum right side of the part of the inferior surface is formed by 1/3. You also known you can also say that 1/3 part of the right side of the inferior surface is formed by right ventricle. Okay, right ventricle, only just 1/3 part, 1/3 part. Okay, 1/3 part of the inferior surface is formed by the right ventricle, and 2/3 part of the inferior surface from the left side is formed by the left ventricle, and 1/3 part of the inferior surface is formed by the right ventricle. Okay, then third and last surface of the heart, that is the left surface. Okay, left surface. Okay, just pay attention here. That is the right border, left border. From that side, it is left surface of the heart. Okay, you can easily say left surface. You can easily also you can write that is it is maximally formed by, mostly and maximum part of the left surface is formed by left ventricle. Okay, maximum part of the left side is left ventricle. So you also write in the examination, the maximum part of the left surface is formed by left ventricle, and just little bit part of the left surface is formed by left auricle. Okay, that means 98% part of the left surface is left ventricle, and just 2% of the part in the left surface is left auricle. Okay, it is very easy. There are the three surfaces: anterior and sternocostal surfaces, inferior surfaces, and left surface. Okay. Okay, so last topic of the external feature, that is a base of the heart. Okay, I already told you base of the heart, which is the present posteriorly, which is totally hidden from the anterior surface. Okay, so this is a posterior view of the heart. This is a aorta, pulmonary artery, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, right atrium, left auricle, right ventricle, and left ventricle. Okay, this is the posterior view of the heart. So in the base, we have to write what exactly contain in the posterior surface of the heart. Means what is the posteriorly present in the base of the heart, that's content we have to write. Okay, so the base of the heart is also known as the posterior surface. Okay, actually in the surfaces it is not mentioned posterior surfaces, but for understanding the base, we have to call as a posterior surface of the heart. Okay, so in the posterior surface of the heart, which is totally formed by means in the relation of this posterior surface, first is a right atrium. Okay, right atrium is present in the posterior surfaces, and left auricle is present. Okay, but maximum part of the posterior surface or base of the heart is formed by left auricle. Okay, left auricle or left atrium, and just little bit part of the base of the heart is formed by right auricle. But in relation of the base of the heart, there is a fourth thing you have to must write. First is there is a relation in that right pulmonary vein, left pulmonary veins. Okay, there is a two pulmonary veins of the right side and two pulmonary veins of the left side. So in the examination, you have to write the relation in the base of the heart. What are the relation in the base of the heart? So there are the first, in that you can write point first, there is a left and right pulmonary vein. Okay, just pay attention here. There is a posterior view of the heart, and in that there is a two left pulmonary vein, two right pulmonary vein form to base of the heart. That is a point first. Then in the second, there is a presence of superior vena cava and presence of inferior vena cava form the base of the heart. Okay, these 2 points are very important. You must have to write in the base of the heart if it is asked in the examination. So in the subheading of the base, you have to mention left and right pulmonary vein, and second is superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Okay, these 2 points means 2 you have to write. You can write also left pulmonary vein, second point right pulmonary vein, third point superior vena cava, fourth point inferior vena cava. Okay, these 4 or 2 sub main structure form together base of the heart. Okay, just pay attention here. This square part, it is maximally form base of the heart. Okay, and that is a base. And now here we finished with the external feature. Only one main point of the external feature is remaining, that is the types of circulation. Okay, so last point of the external features of the heart, in that types of circulation. I already told you types of circulation. There is a 2 types of circulation. First is systemic circulation and second one is a pulmonary circulation. So we are dealing with the now first we will see about systemic circulation. So why it is called as a systemic circulation? Okay, because just I am telling you one story. Okay, so blood is traveling into the body. So this traveling in the body is also known as the system, human system. Okay, so that's why it is called as a systemic circulation, because it's traveling in the whole body. Okay, blood is traveling in the whole body, na? That's why it is called as a systemic circulation. So we'll see first why from where its journey started and where its journey end. Okay, so once the blood is oxygenated, so it's collected in left ventricle. Okay, left ventricle pumps the blood into the through aortic wall to the aorta. Okay, aortic wall, it is present in the left ventricle. Okay, which is prevent the backflow of the blood. So from its journey started of the blood's journey started from left ventricle to aortic wall to aorta. Okay, so from aorta there's aortic branches. So from aorta the oxygenated blood to all tissue. Okay, from aorta different parts of the body gets oxygenated blood. Okay, except lungs. Okay, except lungs. Then venous blood collected. Okay, once the oxygenated blood give it all tissue, so venous blood, deoxygenated blood is collected. That is a venous blood collected. Then venous blood connected through superior vena cava, upper side of the body of deoxygenated blood collected by superior vena cava, and lower part of the body deoxygenated blood collected from inferior vena cava, and these both vena cavas, okay, supply blood, pass blood into the right atrium. So from left ventricle its journey, blood's journey started and its end in right atrium. So it's completely travel into the body. Okay, that is a human system. That's why it is called as a systemic circulation. Okay, understand? I hope you. Then I will explain you the next circulation, that is a pulmonary circulation. Okay, it is also very simple like systemic, but it is not traveling into the whole body. Okay, if the blood is traveling in the whole body system, that is a systemic. And the next point is pulmonary circulation. Okay, so last point under the external feature types of circulation, that is a pulmonary circulation. We already done with the systemic circulation. Now pulmonary, it is word related to the lungs. Okay, lungs. So that's why the blood which is traveling in only from lungs to heart through pulmonary veins and arteries. Just imagine the one from station A to station B, there is a railway line, and that railway line is known as the pulmonary railway line. Okay, so that's why it is known as the pulmonary circulation, means from heart to lungs. Okay, lung and heart, there is a station lung and station heart. So from lung station to heart station, the blood is circulated through the pulmonary railway line. So it's same like in the human body. So once the from right ventricle, okay, from right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood which is pumped from right ventricle to the lungs through pulmonary wall. Pulmonary wall is the same function which is to prevent the backflow of the blood. So from pulmonary wall, pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries through deoxygenated blood only to lungs, means from station heart to station lungs, okay. Heart to lungs deoxygenated blood is supplied. That's why it is written here only lungs, not to the body, okay. So right ventricle through pulmonary wall, the way that is a pulmonary trunk and pulmonary arteries only to lungs, okay. CO2 means deoxygenated blood, get O2 means oxygenated, okay. Deoxygenated blood get oxygenated in lungs from 4 pulmonary vein. Sorry, I forgot to write. Okay, so 4 pulmonary vein, okay, through 4 pulmonary vein, oxygenated blood is collected in left atrium, okay. That's why it is known as a pulmonary circulation, because if you see, here is pulmonary trunk and pulmonary artery, here also is a pulmonary vein, okay. If you see, the blood is passing from heart to lungs and lungs to heart. There is only the same common thing is pulmonary. So that's why it is also known as the pulmonary circulation, okay. So from right ventricle through pulmonary trunk and pulmonary artery throughout the pulmonary wall only to lungs, okay. Deoxygenated blood gets oxygenated through 4 pulmonary vein, left atrium, the purified oxygenated blood is collected, okay. So there is a difference between systemic and pulmonary circulation, okay. I hope you like the and you understand the circulation, types of circulation. So here we completed the external features of the heart. Now what the next part of the heart, that is the internal structure of the heart, I will teach you in the next lecture. So I hope you like the video. Please like, subscribe and share the video. If you like, please comment below which topic you want. Thank you.